The plug-in hybrid NX has a lot of power and a lot of economy. I'll include a link to the Lexus and Murray's website in the description down below. They're providing us with this NX. Let's get right into it. This week's giveaway highlight is a super low mileage manual Ford GT. If you're interested, use code BHC or click the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. This will give you 4x bonus entries on any donation, $25 or more. Powering this is a plug-in hybrid 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. It produces 304 horsepower. 84 is the MPGe rating. 34 is the MPG rating without hybrid assist, and then it can go 37 miles on a charge. We're closing in on 500,000 subscribers. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. Now I'm a big fan of this red paint. I think it looks really sharp. Works quite well with Lexus's sharper styling. This one does come with fog lights, and then you do have the metallic gray here on the grille. Altogether, definitely a cool design. Tire wheel setup is 235 by 50 by 20. You've got metallic gray for the wheels, and then look at those chunky fender flares. Nice chrome trim around the windows, and then this has the electronic door handles. Here's the side profile of the NX. I think it's really sleek with all of the lines. When it comes to key fob features, we've got our lock and unlock function, the opening for the hatch, Lexus logo on the back. Cargo cover built in from the factory, and then you have quite a bit of space here in the back. And with the unibody construction, you're gonna have kind of like a more flat folding seat setup. I think I can kind of reach through, but I tried. There you go, there's a look at the seat folded down. Anyways, let's press this and I'll lower the hatch. Got a light bar here in the rear as well. Passenger side is the charge port. Driver's side is the gas port. Let's now take a look inside. Nice soft touch here on the door panel. I like this especially. But yeah, really good fit and finish. Seats perforated all down the center portion. You got the nice white coloration. Great legroom here in the rear. Got a little storage pocket. Some vents, USB ports as well. There is a sunroof here in the back and decent headroom. Keyless entry for up front, and let's pop in. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. Down below we've got our memory seat function, nice wood trim there. All the windows are automatic, the mirrors do power fold in, and acoustic glass up front, by the way. Seats perforated all down the center portion. You've got power adjustments on the side with lumbar support. Soft touch all around the steering wheel, paddles on the back. Practical controls in the front face for like the adaptive cruise control with your lane centering. You also have regular stalks there on the back too. Digital cluster here in the center. Now, you notice that icon pops up there as I use the steering wheel. It also pops up in the heads-up display. So you can use the heads-up display or the gauge cluster as a gauge cluster, if that makes sense. Backup camera in reverse. It's got good resolution, and I do think that it fills in underneath the vehicle. Their system's actually really seamless, I would say. But yeah, stuff like the hybrid stuff is built into the infotainment system, and I think... yeah, that's cool. It shows you like the all-wheel drive as well. But yeah, good response time. We have the climate controls built into the screen at the bottom. Heated, cooled seats, dual zone climate with this. And then you have short buttons for like the parking assist. That's for the camera. Drive mode select. It actually has like a physical function. USB ports, phone charging pad. There's storage underneath with some USB ports and a 12 volt as well. Sorry, the camera massively went out of focus for that area. Just can't seem to see down there. Cup holders, shifter, stability control. That's like your off-road mode. Auto hold, parking brake, and then you've got your hybrid modes. So you basically can do hybrid, you can charge up the battery, or you can just use up the battery if you want to do full electric driving. There's options. And you got storage in here. Also, this has the double lid setup. Camera rear view mirror, panoramic sunroof too. 2026 NX 450h Plus, $68,025. Let's see how the NX performs. NX plug-in hybrid. This is an expensive vehicle. I mean, right off the bat, like as soon as I saw the sticker price, and I'm not saying this isn't a nice car. I mean, it's got acoustic glass, heated ventilated seats, 360 camera. It's got a lot going for it. But as soon as I saw the price tag, I'm like, 70 G's basically for an NX. You know, this is a more kind of compact setup. I don't know about that. That's a pretty penny for a smaller SUV. And the thing to remember is, like, yeah, you know, the economy is great, the plug-in hybrid system, that's all, you know, wonderful in terms of the practicality that provides. But, you know, once you get up to a certain price point, people are just going to look at different vehicles, right? Bigger vehicles. And that's kind of a thing you see just across the car industry, right? suspension's comfortable in this. Gotta love that. And the acoustic glass does help out quite a bit with tire noise, just noise in general. And of course, the hybrid system's pretty seamless in terms of the integration. Seems like hybrids actually do better when you've got an eCVT versus a torque converter. I mean, Toyota, right, they're kind of like the hybrid brand, and you drive like what I have, the LX that has the hybrid, and that it can kind of feel like on off. You obviously can hear the engine turning on and off in this, but in terms of what you feel, you don't really feel it too much. It seems like there's always power on tap. The LX can kind of feel on off, so yeah, it does seem like the eCVTs win. And you know, plug-in hybrid, this has a lot of power from the electric side of things. A lot of range too. That's the thing I think is most appealing about plug-in hybrids. They're expensive, but then, you know, you're not really saving money per se. I mean, maybe very, very, very long term, but just having that utility of, I don't have to worry about gas for 40 miles a day. So with the shorter commutes, you don't really use fuel. But I'd say at the same time that traditional hybrids are efficient enough that most people are okay with that. Let's see what 304 horsepower feels like. Wow, that is fast. That is genuinely quick. Again, it's got that instant response because of the electric and also just the transmission pairing and everything. It's just great. It's great. Yeah, I really do think that the pinnacle of Toyota and Lexus is not at the top. It's at the entry level with this version of the hybrid. Right, the plug-in hybrid and then the regular eCVT hybrid they've got in the NX 350h. Just such a good setup. So here's my 2 cents. I do like, again, so plug-in, you're not saving money. Let's get that out of the way. You're not saving money, you're not saving money. Utility. If you want the ability to be able to just plug this in at home every single day, and you're not gonna have to go to the gas station as often, that's why you're paying the extra money. That's what you're paying for. That is what you're paying for. But if you are looking for just general efficiency and, you know, some level of cost saving, the 350h, the regular hybrid, that's the way to go. It's super efficient. You don't have to worry about plugging it in, and I think that's where a lot of people are at right now with hybrids, is they like the better gas mileage. They like just, I go to the gas station, I like it. I don't want to have to worry about filling up the gas station and charging at home. It's not that, again, it's not that big of a deal, right? You pull into your garage anyways and you just, boom, put the plug in. But it is nice to just get extra efficiency and not have to change your lifestyle at all. And so I think that's what the 350 provides. Let me know what you guys think about the 450h Plus. I think it's a nice car. It drives well, but it's expensive for an NX.